Just a year ago, if you saw me back then, you probably wouldn't believe it. I was one of those people who had massive dreams, success, money, respect. But the moment it was time to wake up and work, I'd hit snooze and say, just 5 more minutes. Half-finished projects, staring at screens all night with zero results, I was completely stuck. You know that heavy, sinking feeling in your chest when you lay in bed at night? The quiet guilt that creeps in when the room goes dark and you realize that another entire day has passed and you did absolutely nothing to move your life forward. I knew that feeling all too well. I would scroll through my phone for hours, watching other people live the life I wanted. I'd look at people my age, or even younger, building businesses, growing channels, creating wealth, and I would feel this toxic mix of jealousy and self-hatred. Do you ever get that thought in your head? Wondering why some people suddenly skyrocket to success, while you, someone who is just as talented, maybe even smarter, stay stuck in the exact same loop? We convince ourselves that they must have had some secret advantage, a rich family, better luck, or some hidden talent. We build these excuses in our minds to protect our own egos, because the alternative, admitting that we are the ones ruining our own lives, is just too painful. And here is the craziest part. I wasn't entirely lazy. I was caught in the worst trap of the modern world: fake productivity. I would spend hours watching motivational videos, listening to podcasts about success, and planning out my perfect life at 2 a.m. Have you ever done that? You get this massive burst of 2 a.m. motivation. You tell yourself, tomorrow is the day. I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m., work out, start that business, and change my life. Your brain actually releases dopamine just from imagining that success. You feel productive without doing a single second of real work. But then, the morning comes, the alarm rings, and that 2 a.m. motivation is completely gone, replaced by the cold, hard reality of effort. And once again, you hit snooze. We keep waiting for the perfect time. We wait for that magical Monday, the first of the month, or the new year to finally get our lives together. But perfect timing is an illusion designed by procrastinators. It took me way too long and a lot of painful failures to realize this brutal truth. Motivation is a massive, beautiful lie. Motivation is just an emotion, and human emotions are incredibly fragile. You cannot build an empire, a business, or a dream life on something that changes depending on the weather, or how well you slept, or what someone said to you. The real game, the only game that actually matters, is habits. It's the tiny, boring, unsexy, repetitive things we do every single day behind closed doors when nobody is watching and nobody is clapping for us. I realized there is only one true difference between a dreamer and a high achiever. The achiever does the work every single day, whether they feel excited about it or they feel completely empty and exhausted. I knew I couldn't rely on my willpower anymore because my willpower was weak. So I didn't try to overhaul my entire life overnight. That never works. It just leads to burnout. Instead, I ran a small, quiet, almost ridiculous experiment. I committed to waking up just 15 minutes earlier. Not 2 hours, just 15 minutes. I added 10 minutes of physical exercise, and most importantly, I dedicated just 1 single hour to deep, intensely focused work on my goals. No phone, no notifications, no excuses, just me and the work. Let me be painfully honest with you about what happened next. At first, my brain resisted violently. My body was tired, my mind begged me to quit. Day 1 was easy because of the excitement, but day 4, day 14, they were pure hell. And the worst part was the valley of disappointment. For the first few weeks, I saw absolutely zero results. No money, no massive progress, no applause. The voice in my head kept screaming, "This isn't working. Why are you even trying? You're wasting your time. Just go back to sleep." This is the exact moment where 99% of people quit. They don't see immediate results, so they think the system is broken. But for the first time in my life,
I didn't stop. I forced myself to show up. And then, slowly, almost invisibly, the magic happened. The weeks turned into months. The massive resistance faded. The discipline became automatic. It didn't feel like a heavy chore anymore. It just became who I was. It was an identity shift. I wasn't trying to be productive anymore. I simply was a productive person.
When the real challenges came, while everyone else was panicking at the last minute, burning out and giving up because their temporary motivation had dried up, I was calm. Those tiny, daily habits had built a foundation so ridiculously strong that it automatically pushed me ahead of the pack. I realized that success isn't about giant, heroic leaps. It's about the compounding effect of small, relentless actions, like drops of water slowly cutting through solid rock. Consistency did all the heavy lifting. Today, just 1 year later, I am living the reality I used to just painfully daydream about. The projects are finished, the momentum is real, and the self-respect I have earned is priceless. So, if you are sitting there right now, watching this on your screen, feeling stuck, overwhelmed, and quietly disappointed in yourself, I need you to listen to me very carefully. Stop. Stop being so hard on yourself. Guilt is not a strategy. And stop trying to fix your entire life in one day. That massive pressure will only crush you and send you right back to your old habits. Start ridiculously small. Start right now, the moment this video ends. You don't need to run a 10-mile marathon today. Just put on your shoes and walk for 10 minutes. You don't need to read a 300-page book today. Just read 5 pages. Dedicate just 30 unbroken minutes to that project you've been avoiding for months. Prove to yourself, just for today, that you can keep a promise to yourself. Motivation might light the spark, but habits keep the fire burning for a lifetime. Your future isn't created by what you do once in a while. It is brutally and beautifully dictated by what you do every single day. Stop waiting for the hero to save you. You are the hero, and your entire transformation is waiting for your very next unbelievably small action. Make it count.